And welcome back to the El Patron Show, sponsored by Brooklyn Mitsubishi, now proud to be 5th in the nation. Brooklyn Mitsubishi, the fastest Mitsubishi dealership in the country, and they won't stop until they are #1. So again, welcome back, everyone. I'm Jill Nicolini, your co-host here with your main host, El Patron. And of course, this is the El Patron Show. Today's show, we're going to get a lot covered. We're going to take you through some of the ways that El Patron actually made Brooklyn Mitsubishi such a success. And also, El Patron's going to talk to us about creating a winning culture at your dealership, as well as addressing special financing. So creating winning culture is something that you really are known for. I think everybody knows that about you,
yes,
Mr. Game Changer. Your dealership, your people, everyone where you work and live, winners, right? You surround yourself with good people, with winners, and you hope it comes full circle. And
of course.
You hope.
Listen,
usually does, right?
Of course.
But there's also some ways that, the the ways that you develop that at a dealership. So explain winning culture and what it takes to make that happen.
Welcome back, guys, to the show with Jill. Hey, Jill, what's up? I'm excited. Actually, I'm like a 3-hour sleep, but we made it from Atlantic City.
5-hour commute to get here today. So
shout out to my driver. Drove like 8 hours for the past freaking 24 hours. But we here. We made it. I want us to have a good show. I want to talk about how important culture is, especially now in the dealerships. I gotta tell you, some GMs are just assholes, man. It's just for real. It's just like you made it to the top, right? We all started from the bottom, and you made it to GM, and all of a sudden you're like this big honcho guy, and you don't even want to take phone calls, and that just doesn't work for me. And believe it or not, I used to be that asshole 5 years ago. So it wasn't working, okay? I wasn't winning.
So what changed you? The fact that you realized you weren't winning? You weren't
I was not
friends,
winning.
Nobody wanted to be around you anymore?
Exactly. Like, it came to the point like I was too arrogant.
Arrogant, not good.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm working on it, okay? I still come across sometimes like an arrogant prick, but I'm not, It's just my overconfidence, and some people take it the wrong way, right? But, some GMs out there, and this is nothing personal to them, it's just what it is. Call it a spade, right? It's my show, so you
can say whatever you want.
I can say whatever the hell I want.
And
it's Facebook, so let's face it. So, at the end of the day, the egos that goes and everything about being righteous and, who wants to be around people like that?
Not at all.
Would you?
No, and I think those guys up at the top kind of sink very quickly.
Yeah, so
nobody wants to be around
I started this self-development thing 2 years ago, and I'm like, I've been doing it wrong, man. Like, okay, I made it to the top, whatever, right? I'm boss or whatever, this and that, but it's not about that. It's about surrounding yourself with positive people. I always say that. And
understanding that each and everybody has their own job and they work just as hard, and everybody has great qualities.
Correct.
Why put someone down just because they're, on the lower end of the totem pole? Yeah,
and you asked me last time and you said, what is your biggest challenge? And I said it was staying positive. We came to a store, we came to the store, and we knew that we had to do a radical change, right? And we had to pretty much change the environment, change the culture of the store, meaning being more positive. And let's face it, when you're positive, everybody wants to be around you. And when you with winners, right? Who doesn't want to help you win?
Yeah.
And I always say, if I'm winning, I like to share that with my team, because we all got to win together. At the end of the day, I can't do the job by myself. Listen, I could be a great marketer, I could be this and I could be that, but at the end of the day, if my guys are not, the front line, right? It's the process that we put in places, but it's your job to implement it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everything is, high-fiving and it's positive and this and that. The job still has to get done, but being pessimist, talking down to people, it just doesn't work anymore. So you got to create a real environment of trust. Environment of trust, and they got to know that you got their back, right? So we expect them. They're a front line, so if they go to war, right, it's just like in the military, so they're the ones taking the bullet for us. So who would take a bullet for you if you talk down to people, if you're always negative, and if you always like
they'll shoot you in the back when you turn around eventually.
Yeah. So I said I want to build, I want to be a leader, instead of a boss, and I kind of want to surround myself with people and make other people happy at the same time, because it's not just about you being happy, it's about making other people happy and making their dreams come true, because at the end of the day, I think this is more gratifying, when you give back. So, to a lot of GMs out there that, and I said to you before, the business has been good to me, right? And I won't leave it until I do something about it. Before I leave this business, which will be a long time, guys. There's no time soon, because we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do in Brooklyn. So, because at the end of the day, if they love you, they'll take a bullet for you, and they'll go and they'll fight for you. So I want to make sure that it's known that the GMs out there, they got to change their ways. That old mentality got to go. That Hitler mentality got to go. And culture is so important, not just for the automotive industry. It's pretty much for any business, And I watch videos that says that, even if your top guy, it's a cancer, you have to get rid of him. Even if it's a top producer, but if he's creating that cancer around your dealership and just creating animosity, that guy got to go. You know what I'm saying? So we have coaching sessions with our guys. We sit down with our guys. We give them chances, right? Sometimes we got to write them up, because, of course, the job has to be done. Everybody got to be accountable, and my guys are accountable for me. So just like I'm accountable to them, but if you need to be on time at work, listen, you got to be reprimanded. You don't got to be nasty about it or whatever. We'll sit down a couple of times. If a couple of times you're not getting it, and you're just not going to take advantage of the situation, you know what I mean? But there's a ways to go about it, is what I'm saying to you. You can pretty much spread the message, right, without being nasty, without talking down to people. You can sit down like normal human beings, which we do now. Yeah. We sit down in pairs. The manager, the salesperson is there, and we have both point of views, and at the end, it's a better outcome. Yeah, and like according to Andrew Breedlove, he says, as busy as he always is, we're talking about you. You take the time to help when asked every single time, which is important. It's very important, of course. We also have, Ian checking in saying hello. Lisa, peace and love. Also, Tony saying winners do win. Got it. Thank you so much. Also, sharing is caring from Lisa Velasco. Thank you so much. She's from California, so thank you, Lisa. Okay, she's showing lots of love here for sure. Yes, yes. Also, could we just, talk about setting goals and, with feedback, and how do you really produce those results and then build accountability? Well, we all have a goal, right? And just like a team, we all want to win, of course. And there's you have the master plan, right? And I always say, listen, if the plan doesn't work, change the plan, right? But never the goal. So, yeah, we try to put processes in place that work for the dealership, right? Because every dealership is different and every market is different. In Brooklyn, I like to know that I probably kind of mastered, because I own Brooklyn a little bit. We kind of own 94% of the market, which is why we're number 5 in the country, because we know how to get that market. But the best thing is to get productivity out of your guys, right? How do you know what can they give you? What are you going to do, the changes you're going to make to take a car from a 7-car to a 10-car guy, and work with that person, right? So how to get them to that level. So we change structures, pay plan structures to kind of help the guys at the bottom to move up, because the top guy is always going to do good, right? But you can't just focus on the top guys. You got to focus on the entire team. Because if everybody goes up a little bit, the numbers go up. So the top guys are always going to be up there, because they're, whatever they do, the secret sauce, you know what I'm saying, it's the lower guys that I believe that you have to focus on, because they're the ones that need to be motivated. They're the ones that need to be accountable a little bit more and to take it to the next level. So, you follow? I follow completely. So that's exactly what I like to do in Brooklyn. The culture is positive, right? We say, listen, let's stay positive in every situation, and we're going through a lot right now. So, in a lot of technical part of it, but that's just the industry's going through it. So it's just how you deal about it. You can be negative about it, but it's not going to change the result, in my opinion. Yeah. Now, with all your success, with all these dealerships, I bet it really has to do with how you handle things in the marketplace. Let's talk a little bit about diversity, though, right? Yeah. Because tell us how kind of you handle Brooklyn. I mean, as diverse as it is. So what does diversity have to do with all of it? I mean, we're about an 80% subprime market in Brooklyn. So it's a very heavy populated with subprime. So I believe that, like I talked about it last time, was to getting the right, to putting the customer in the right car, having the right structure, meaning incentives, and Mitsubishi is helping us a lot by doing so. So we're excited because, you know, the next 6 months, I believe that it's going to be busier than the first half. It's a crazy year already as it is in the automotive space. So I'm watching that. You know, I'm reading a lot of things that's going on with Nissan, with all these brands. Because I follow those trends, you know. So I'm all about the numbers, right? So we trust in God, but otherwise show me the data. So the data doesn't lie. You know, the data is going to show you where we're heading in the industry. So I'm paying close attention to that, and that's how I'm adjusting the market as far as the advertising, and I share that with my guys.
So special financing, as we kind of just started to touch upon here, is really in great demand. So
it is.
What really is the percentage of subprime?
In Brooklyn, I would say about 80-90%.
Okay.
So it's a lot. It's a lot, and I have my guys, you know, they're well-trained guys, how to deal with those clients, how to deal with those customers. You know, those customers could be a little touchy, you know, they could be offended very easily, right? It depends how you talk to them. And it's about painting a picture, meaning putting them on the car that makes sense to them is going to put them in a better finance situation. So later on, they could be ahead.
All right. So
and my guys do a very good job at that. So I got to give them a shout out to that.
Would you say pre-owned comes in at even higher of a percentage?
Yes.
So if you're getting the 20% of the prospects that come through that door, then pre-owned though is even better.
Pre-owned is even better because right now, you know, the industry is down overall as a new cars. But that's why we have so much selections with used, right? So we have over 500-600 cars in use in inventory, so we can fluctuate and switch the customer to the right car that makes sense, not only for the deal but for them as well. Listen, we all want the BMW, right? We all want to drive the Mercedes, but let's face it, some of these customers don't belong in those cars.
Look, I used to have a Mitsubishi Eclipse, a 2002 convertible, silver. I had it for many years. I love my old Mitsubishi.
I bet you look hot on Mitsubishi.
Yeah, you can't knock it. You can't. You can't. I wish I still had it, actually. It was, you know, the old Spider. Yeah. Like a manual, like crank type of, old school things. So
they're bringing back the Evo, so I'm excited about that. Yeah.
All right, cool. Also, last week we spoke about the importance of having a good relationship with all of your lenders, which I know you have great relationship with them.
Yes, we do.
Can you tell us what you really do to kind of protect that relationship and nurture it to grow?
I mean, we have different programs in Brooklyn because of our market, because of our portfolio, how it is. And, you know, these guys call me personally or call my dealer principal, Bobby, and if a deal's going south. And we're going to try to help them out to find out, because it's a partnership. You know, you got to believe that. You got to understand that it is a partnership. It is a marriage with the bank that you're making. So when you put this car out on the road, make sure that, you know, my name goes on it. And Bobby's the same way. We take pride in that. And if there's an issue with the deal, right, if we made a mistake, we're going to own up to it. You know, because mistakes happen all the time. Nobody's perfect, right? But it's about doing the right thing by the bank, by the client, and moving on. You're not going to make everybody happy because it's impossible in any business. But you got to try to do your best, and my guys do that. They know how important it is when the bank gets on the phone or when a client gets on the phone. We want to make sure we want it results right away.
All right. Also, we keep checking in, obviously, here to the live show, so I'm reading all of your comments. Want to bring some up to El Patron right now. This was just about a few moments ago. We talked about special financing. So Scott Simons wants to know, who is your #1 special finance lender? Can you share that with us? Yeah,
of course I can. It's Ally, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, he's our they're our captive bank, and they're doing very well for us, performing very well for us. And we like the partnership that we have. It's the captive for Mitsubishi, right? So, yeah, we do very well with them.
Good. You got to sell them the dream to own the machine, Andrew says. Also, okay, Willie Good Deals is checking in, I guess, saying hello.
Yes.
Angel Manajarez, what's up, big brother?
What's up, Angel?
Bringing back the Evo. Joey Barbosa, you're with us. Thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Sharing is caring again. Lisa's got cookies now. Oh, Rico Glover says, need the Galant back. Is the Galant ever coming back?
I can't really share, but we're working on a sedan.
Well, I know you have like a big announcement, so maybe I thought maybe it could have been that. No.
Could be. We'll see. Make sure they stay to after the break.
All right. Actually, that's a great idea. You know what? We're going to go to break right now. Our sponsor, Nextsail, which, as we told you last week, if you didn't know, it's the app that every dealer should have. It's the #1 dealer app in the world. Take a look. We'll be right back with that big announcement.
Okay. So right now I'm on both phones right now because our connection's horrible. But you got to do whatever it takes to make it in this business. So whatever it takes is what we're doing. And so talking about whatever it takes, I want to welcome Ian Nethercott to Garris Associates and Nextel. Ian is an investor and a partner now in the Canadian side and also the U.S. side as well. We're excited to have Ian as a partner and the investor in our company, along with a few other investors that are coming in from the Canadian front. So I'm super excited. I got El Patron on the other line because he's my CEO of my company, and because I love him and like a brother, and because not only that, but family. This is how it begins, and it begins with real people. And Ian, I've known you for for a while now, and we have talked several times about just working together, talking together, and the day has finally come. And I'm super proud to have you because that you've gone to Cornell University, Queens College. You've gone to some elite schools with a high grade point average. These are the brains that I need. I'm street smart, but I need that smart. I need that other end, the other smartness I need. We've got El Patron, who is very talented, who is a pusher, a go-getter, and is one of those type of people that gets anything done when we put our minds to it. And that's what we do. We put our minds to it. Ian, can you just elaborate what your plans are with our company and a little bit about yourself?
So I was born in Kingston, Ontario, grew up in Toronto, and did my undergraduate degree in Philadelphia, lived in the U.S. for 10 years, and I just did my MBA with Queens and Kent University in the U.S. I've been in business for roughly around 20 years. I have a family history in business. My grandfather doesn't work in the business. Obviously, my grandfather owned one of our business. And I'm passionate about the company and helping dealers grow their business and helping them train staff, and more importantly, with a great customer experience. And the corporate gets a bad rap just because people focus on the negative. Really, what I run as a positive and to improve things. Saw El Patron and Jason online a while ago and for Nextel and how it's business, more importantly, and how it's getting results. And I want to help be part of that growth. So that's why I took time and effort to go out and meet Jason and also learn more about the app, but also why I bring investors in to really help dealers all over the world grow their business, super bigger, and more importantly, help their staff win with great experiences. Because there's no reason dealers should ever give up to companies like Tesla and Amazon. We should keep their own game because we know we're just not doing it the way we need to be.
All right, just to clarify, this is a little hard to hear at times, but can you repeat what we just heard about Nextel? It's a pretty huge announcement. We've been waiting for a week.
Guys, we're going to Canada.
Yay!
So Ian came on board. Bought about 25% of our company, over $500,000 investment, and he's a very smart cookie. So he's over 3,500 deals in Canada. So Nextel is going to Canada officially. And that was the announcement that I had to say.
Yeah,
so
I'm proud
of this deal we put together. We've been putting this deal together in a long time. And Jason, I want to give a shout out to him for trusting the process. At the beginning, he's just. You got to love him. He's very different. He's very different. But that was the announcement that I had. People ask me all the time. They're like, how do you manage all these things, right? And my vision is just crazy, guys. I always, you can run multiple companies. I see people do it. The Gary V's of the world and all these people. It's just by having amazing people around you. Mm-hmm. Jason's one of them. We drove 7 hours just to celebrate one of our president's birthday last night. So, and that's what it comes down to. It's about being there for them, right? So the things to celebrate, things are important to them. So that was the announcement that I had. And
awesome. Ian's actually writing into us right here. Go to Nextel, #Canada. Mm-hmm. Ian Nethercott, we're reading more. Keep it rolling and care, period. That is what leaders do. Right. So thank you again, Ian, for coming on board like that. That's amazing. Just want to ask how did this app really become so popular, right? Because, you claim to be the #1 dealer app in the world. So what really separates Nextel from like a reputation management type app?
Because personal branding, right? I took this personal branding thing real seriously 2 years ago, and the app really does that. So the app takes you, pretty much you share all your content all over social media, and it puts your name out there. If you want to sell something, if you want people to know, you got to put yourself out there. And I think the app does a lot more than that. Just video content, you know. They talk about, the Gary V's talk about, you know, doing video content 24/7. You know, this guy has 11 people following him and things like that to push out video content. And he's like #1 right now, at least in this area that I know. So I watch him a lot of stuff. So there's a lot of things that I'm learning about the algorithm and about content, how we just so light year ahead in 2020. You know, over half of the population in this world is going to be millennials. So how do you communicate with them? They're big on social media. So.
Yeah, huge. That's what we're doing right now.
Right now.
Exactly. And speaking of social media, another good segue here. Last week we got like 115 shares, I think.
Yeah.
We're already up to like 85,
over 100, guys.
Or we are now?
No, right now I think we're like 84.
Perfect. So again, we want more shares, and then we give more swag. So talk about what you have over there right now.
All right, so we sent out like 5 shirts last week. So shout out
random.
Shout out to Jen. Yeah, we picked out random people. So we sent out like some swag, but we got Andrew Love sent us some swag from his company, Auto iPacket, which you got to check it out.
AutoIPacket.com, probably made in West Virginia. What is it?
This is pretty cool. So it goes on your website, and you get to have the original window sticker of any used car in your lot.
That's cool.
So it's pretty transparent with the customer. Yeah. The customer get to see whatever the car came with, right? So there's no ifs or buts. It's right there from the manufacturer. So if you bought an Infiniti, it's going to tell you what it brought in from day one. So shout out to them. I do have them. I'm a big supporter of them, and I love what they're doing. They're probably going to be sponsoring my show as well.
Awesome. And speaking of El Patron, second week in a row he comes empty-handed for me. Now he's got like some type of fancy thermos. Last week he had a coffee mug. I guess you forgot.
They send me these things a lot.
Auto Appraise.
Yeah, that's Barry. Shout out to Barry.
Hi, Barry. Thank you so much. And what other swag you have over there? So what are we giving away today?
So today we're going to give away whatever they want. So we have the swag.
Okay, that's easy. Just tell me what you want.
We got more shirts that came in. We got the I Love Brooklyn Mitsubishi shirts that we got like 2,000 of them.
Millie needs a white one.
We got the collaboration with selling cars like candy bars. Shout out to John Resurrections, my friend. And I speak to him every week. We talk a lot on Instagram. He's doing a lot of amazing things with Expose Your Truth. He's all about content as well in California right now.
Awesome. Now, some people kind of might be worried. You're doing so much. Are you looking to get out of the car business, or are you always going to be in it? What's going on? You
know, that's the question that I get all the time. They're like, oh, you know, you spread yourself too thin and whatnot. Guys, look. It's energy, right? You put it out there, it's going to come back to you. And I believe that in positivity, the law of attraction. Listen, I surround myself with amazing people. I have a good process in Brooklyn. Everybody's on the same page, you know? So Brooklyn's my #1 priority right now. We do have our VW store. We're breaking ground on Monday, which I'm going to talk about that on the show next week, how that came about. So we're going to be a big player in Brooklyn for Volkswagen. So it's a Tier 1 company. It's a big deal for us to get approved for that company. So, you know, and everybody's asking me who's going to be the GM of that store. And I said, well, it looks like I'm going to be the GM of that store. So Brooklyn is my main focus. The automotive is my main goal. It's my passion. Is what I love to do. Marketing is what I love to do. Whatever branches out that comes out of it, guys, it's just something that is coming out, and you know what? It's just more opportunities. Like I said in my video, don't chase the money, chase the opportunities, and the money will come. And right now, I'm just doing a lot of things that I'm doing are for free. Believe it or not, I'm just giving my energy and my all, and eventually it will come. Even if it doesn't come, if it makes that person happy, it's okay. But Brooklyn is the main priority right now, and the new company that is coming, the new store, we're excited about it because that's going to take us to a whole nother level. And when they go to Brooklyn Mitsubishi, we have to also tell them they need to go see Millie. She's the best in service, right? Come on, Millie. Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. Oh, is she on? Yeah, of course she is. Yes, and she wants one of the white T-shirts, but like she'll see you sooner than anyone else. Millie. So, Thank you. Yeah, she's into that. And Millie's Douglas, good people. Millie's good people.
Douglas, Chitren, maybe, is it? Chitren. He wants it all, so he wants something from you. Maybe auto iPacket. Sini Kahini. I'm probably totally botching your names. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
But okay, he's into the auto iPacket stuff. Jonathan Patino, looking good. Sean
JP.
Banks. Yeah, awesome. And Ian, obviously very excited to hear about next sale. Canada. Anything else you want to elaborate on and touch base on?
Guys, let's finish the month strong. We have until Wednesday, right? The programs are good. We have a couple of meetings today. I got a 1 o'clock meeting with my BDC today, and we're going to go over some.
When will you sleep? You've been up all night.
I have dinner plans with the wife tonight.
Good.
So she's
always
cooking.
make time for her. That's important.
It's about balance, okay? It's about finding a balance. You got to know what's important to you, and you got to know your priorities. So, you know, we. As crazy as our life is, we always find time to at least have dinner together, and just talk about how our week was.
Where will the kids be?
In the basement. So either that, or we'll have dinner outside, nice with the lights on. Got it. Yeah.
All right. Also, I'm sorry if I interrupted about your sleep. You're on a roll there. Go back to your roll. We're going to end high, positive, strong, and...
Guys, I have a lot of energy. I work out a lot. You know, I drink coffee.
Barely eats. It works for him.
Intermittent fasting. I tried it 2 years ago. I told you guys that. I'm still going with it, and it has given me the most energy. So try it. All right. If you get through the first week, you'll be amazed how much energy you get if you get your rituals. So I have certain rituals that I follow that I don't break them for anything, like my food and things like that. Yeah, I cheat. Don't get me wrong. I do have, you know, sweet tooth here and there, but I also go to the gym and I work a little extra hard the next day to make up for it. So I feel great. I feel amazing right now.
All right, Richie Bello, we got to thank him. Dominic Giulio, Bobby Shaduli, they're all watching as well.
Thank you, guys.
And okay,
we have 2 guests for next week.
Who?
Well, I can't really say because they couldn't confirm because they're local. All right? So I'll announce it during the week. But they're local guys. There's a Brooklyn guy, there's a Long Island guy that might be in our show next week.
Hey, by any chance, would it be Devin Ruff from Did You See or No?
Nope.
Okay, but he was
Shout
on
out to Devin, by the way.
Richie Bello show the other day, yes, with me.
He did great.
And he was great.
He did amazing.
So he wants to come on your show another time. So good, awesome. Some guests would be great.
Yes, he did amazing. And I think it's going to be a good weekend, guys. We're pushing. We got a lot of appointments. And, you know, let's just kill it. You know, we got a couple of days left. I mean, the program's still good, like I said. And next week's show, I will have someone here. We're talking to a couple of sponsors on LinkedIn. So shout out to LinkedIn for all the shares that you guys are doing. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. And, you know, let's just help each other out at the end of the day. You know, you might need something, and there's a lot of people that reach out. And I always find a way to do something for them. If I can't do it, I just tell them, listen, I just can't. But most of the time, I'm going to be able to either point them in the right direction or do something for them.
All right.
And shout out to my boy Jason also from Nextel. He's driving. It took about 8 hours for him to go from you know, he was at the round table. From the round table, missed his flight, went all the way to Jersey last night just to, you know, to celebrate. And then he's driving back home because he has a bunch of meetings and stuff like that today. So shout out to him. You know, we're working really hard here.
I see.
We're working really hard.
And all right, Devin's thanking us for the love. He's actually watching. I didn't see that. Hey, Devin. Awesome. So, swag-wise, Douglas is going to get something. Millie, she always gets stuff anyway, I'm sure, right? Yeah. Who else wants something? So it would be, I saw Lisa. How many people can we send some stuff to?
Let's send Lisa some love.
Douglas.
We could sell them some iPacket stuff. Definitely.
Okay, so writing this down for you, Lisa, Douglas.
We got 91 comments. 91
shares now, yeah? Okay, yo. Patrick, love what you do and never work a day in your life. Crush Month, Christopher Campbell. Andrew and me. She's giving us love. Not sure if that means she wants some swag, but you'll pick out some other people to send stuff to?
Yes.
All right, cool.
We picked out 5 last week, and Jennifer sent out the shirts yesterday, so you will get them. All right, and the iPacket, I'll pick somebody. Or you want to pick somebody?
Well, we got Lisa and Douglas for some stuff already. So,
all right, so Lisa for sure. We'll give Lisa something.
Okay, Douglas.
For sure.
All right, guys, who wants the stuff? Like, I don't iPack. Come on. Hello. Ian, no, Ian just is great. He's sharing the love. Nextel Canada, we got it. Nobody else is saying they really want something.
Hey, listen, I want to give a shout out to Dan Webb, guys. Dan Webb is picking up his dream car from Brooklyn tomorrow.
What's the
All right, so tune in. He got a Bentley.
Sorry, Bentley, nice. Sina Cagiani.
Yep.
Yeah, auto iPacket for him.
Done.
Cena.
Got it.
Sorry, I pronounced your last name incorrect, but okay. Oh,
Guys,
and Patrick.
you got to DM me your address, okay? By the way,
do that. And Patrick is
last
going to
week
get
it was
some
a little
shirts.
crazy tracking down your addresses, so you got to DM me your address so I can have Jennifer send it out to you guys first thing on Monday.
Andrea, swag you. All right, got it, guys. So again, stay tuned next week. 2 guests, surprise mystery guests, and maybe another announcement or no? Today's announcement was huge. Awesome.
Enough announcements for the month. We'll do once a month. Thank you. Thank you.
Ian,
appreciate
thank you, guys. All right, we'll see you next week. Give us a goodbye.
Guys, thanks for the love. All right, stay positive. Remember, all right, be positive. It's very easy to be negative. Remember, America's addicted to news. That's why they watch the news. I don't watch the news, by the way, because it's only bad news.
True.
So stay positive, all right, and let's kill it today, man. Thanks for the love. I really appreciate the shares, and thank you, Ms. Jill, for joining.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes,
goodbye,
amazing
guys.
as usual.
Enjoy
Peace.
your weekend.
Guys, all I can say to you guys is the app is on steroids, right? This thing does everything. Social.
He sees social media in a way that I had never really looked at it. Okay?
I just want to tell you that what he's doing out there with this Next Sale app is really...
From Next Sale app, best dealership app in the world. And I'll tell you what, they came into our store and re-energized my sales staff.
The results have been nothing short of extraordinary. Our sales team is loving the process.
What they say?
We love you, Next Sale!
That's what I'm talking about.
Wonderful app, Next Sale. I mean, it's powerful, it's beautiful. It's a perfect app to...
An amazing technology. It's based on helping and assisting people.
About our dealership. It's called the Next Sale app.
How do we get on Facebook? What do we do?
Our reviews within a short couple of days have already went up a couple of points.
And the difference that it's made over the last 2 days. The Next Sale is something you need to look at.
I was introduced to him through his app, which was Next Sale.
I've been using Next Sale for quite a time, maybe 2 or 3 months.
And opened our eyes to a lot of stuff that, you know, we
and how to use social media effectively to market my product, which is
the #1 app in the car business.
He told me about the power of Facebook shares, growing your network.
Forcing me to push myself to the limit and over my limit, designing my unique.
So, you know, not only does social media, it does reviews, it does videos. It's basically something that your dealership...
And then Jason, the other thing that he has to offer is he's a social media expert. He is definitely one of the best that I've ever seen.
But to have these people in our dealership for the last week has been probably the most beneficial thing I've ever seen.